Welcome to Women Entrepreneurs Radio. I'm your host, Deborah Bailey. And when I started this show in 2008, I was on a mission to promote women-owned businesses and help women succeed by providing resources and valuable tips from other women and men, small business owners. In each interview, my guests speak openly about their triumphs, the scary times, and tough decisions they have to make along the way. Women Entrepreneurs Radio is about showing women how to harness their natural strengths to achieve success on their own terms. Hi everyone, welcome to Women Entrepreneurs Radio with your host, Deborah Bailey. I'm really glad that you could join me today. So my guest today is Ronnika Ann, and she's dedicated her life in helping others through communications and public relations under IGN PR and Company. Ronnika Ann is the leader and visionary of every campaign she touches. She spearheads strategic campaigns and develops goals for each client. Every win and opportunity for growth is personal. That commitment to personal growth is at the heart of her team's efforts, and she works relentlessly with top PR heads in the industry to focus on mastering relationship-based business to earn her clients' public support. Ronnika has gained 8+ years of experience in leadership, event planning, production, public relations, and journalism. As a result of such vast experiences, she created, publishes, and writes for the PR Insights and has published a book series called Putting the PR Back in Entrepreneurship under her PR for a Day consulting service. So welcome to the show, Ronnika.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Oh, that intro was so amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, it sounds amazing. It really sounds fantastic. So I'm really glad that you could join me to share, your expertise, because that's really what the show is about. Mm-hmm. To showcase.
Absolutely.
Women entrepreneurs. So I'm so glad you could join me. So, before we get started, because I know you've got a lot to talk about, many things that you're involved in, could you just tell us a little bit more about you and your journey and starting your firm and, what brought you to this place?
I actually went to college to be a news anchor. I love writing. I love journalism. I love everything about reporting. However, once I got ready to graduate with my undergraduate in mass communication from Jackson State, my teacher mentioned that I should look into public relations. And so I applied for an internship and I got it. It was in Washington, D.C. at Howard University. And from that internship, I got around 13 job offers in public relations. And so one of those job offers did not come from Atlanta, but I decided that I wanted to move to Atlanta and just force myself inside the PR industry. I loved everything about it. Sometimes you'll be in the forefront, sometimes you won't. Mm-hmm. You'll do a lot of writing. You'll push other people's campaigns. I mean, it was like I got the best of both worlds being a part of public relations. And I didn't even realize that it was a talent or a passion of mine until I graduated. So once I got to Atlanta, I went to grad school, got my master's in business and marketing. And from there, IGN PR was created. And it's just been such a success. I've done a lot of things about within educating myself and going to seminars and teaching and learning and so many different things in the field because public relations is so diverse. So I knew I had to find my area in PR. And I think I found it. I think my lane is, working with lifestyle brands, small businesses, upcoming entrepreneurs, and teaching just has always been in my blood. My mom's a teacher, my auntie's a teacher, my sister's a teacher, everyone's a teacher. So writing a book and producing seminars, it honestly is the easy part of public relations. The hard part is me, producing campaigns for clients. But this right here, what I'm doing right now with seminars and stuff like that, it's just a part of what I was supposed to be doing.
That's fantastic. And it's very interesting because I would say just about everyone I've interviewed, they've always come to the thing that they're supposed to be doing. I could almost say in a sideways kind of way, it's not what they thought they would be doing, but then they found it and they found this is really where I belong. So
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's interesting how that happens.
Yeah, and that's one of my goals, with the PR for a Day is the consulting service, and IG and PR is for someone who wants me to, spearhead their campaign, handle their public relations, social media, and that can be for award shows, that can be for events, that can be for galas, author, anything like that. But PR for a Day is like a whole nother arena. It's like, okay, I'm basically just teaching you right now because you're not able to afford the PR retainer. And it's so awarding to have a placement in both of those worlds of public relations.
So why don't you tell us more about PR for a Day? Because there's a seminar series.
Yes, absolutely. We're in the middle of a seminar series called Putting the PR Back in Entrepreneurship. But let me backtrack a little bit. PR for a Day is a consulting service and a training service. So basically, you can hire me, Ronnika Ann, for an hour up to an entire day to come inside your office and train you or to consult you regarding PR services. So I'll just, take a walk in your shoes. I'll sit at your desk. I'll take a look at your team or whatever you need me to do to kind of figure out, okay, how can we put PR inside of your business, inside of entrepreneurship? Can your assistant do a few PR strategies? Can you yourself do a few PR strategies? Can you bring on some interns to handle some PR strategies? What can we do inside your business that's already inside your business and include public relations? So that is what PR for a Day is all about. We've been doing it for about 2 years. And so because of the success, I decided to brand it on its own. I decided to separate it from IGN, public relations and company all the way together and create just the brand of PR for a Day. And with that, a seminar series and a book, a PR workbook series was produced from that. And the seminar series and the book is called Putting the PR Back in Entrepreneurship. The goal is to write at least 2 PR workbooks a year and produce 4 seminars a year. And so 2 seminars will go with the first book and the second 2 seminars will go with the second book. And we just want to travel to major locations and invite 20 to 25 entrepreneurs to come and learn for an entire day. And we're doing that November 12th in Miami, Florida. We had a seminar in June in Atlanta, and our next locations we're striving to go to DC, LA, and Chicago. So we don't know which one will be next, but we do know those 3 options are on the table.
Oh, wonderful. So, we were chatting a bit about this before we started the show, but this way, whenever our listeners are tuning into this, they know that there is probably something coming up and they should check your website to see where you're going to be next.
Absolutely. I say go to our website and join our newsletter. We send out a bi-weekly newsletter full of tips and upcoming seminars and speaking engagements that I have. And also just the overall what's next for PR for a Day and putting the PR back in entrepreneurship. We offer a lot of free virtual classes. We have a private group on Facebook where I share tips and, we share, just how we feel about just entrepreneurship as a whole. So there is always something going on. The goal is for PR for a Day to have some type of presence once a quarter of the year. Of course, I am running my company, IG and PR. So in the midst of that, the goal is for PR for a Day to have some type of impression at least once a quarter and to offer something to our clients and to our community at least once a month. So there is always something going on. Like, honestly, people ask me all the time, Ronnika, I have no idea how you do it, but I have an amazing staff that, works day and night, and we're organized and we have just like a great system in place. And so these things that I do inside my business is actually things that I'm sharing with my community and my PR for a Day clients and community, so they can learn, hey, if you get organized as well, if you grow a staff as well, you could be able to handle multiple campaigns and multiple businesses and et cetera, et cetera.
Wow, that's terrific because you're doing it
Thank
to
you.
certainly share with other people how they can keep all those things going and be successful. Yeah.
I know the first book, Putting the PR Back in Entrepreneurship, was about the outside of the business and about PR and social media and branding and how, you know, you wanted to look on the outside. But then as the PR for the community grew, I honestly realized how unorganized people were and how eventually the inside of their business would affect the outside. So part 2 is about the inside, you know, how to organize your business, create departments, create job descriptions, you know, what are some virtual things that you can use, or virtual systems that you can use to kind of organize your office. And so that's what part 2 is about. So honestly, you're not ready for public relations until every aspect of your business is at least in control. Because once you get the public looking at you, that's when, you know, you don't want to make your mistakes. So you want to try to, you know, put a Band-Aid on things and try to fix things up on the inside of your business as much as possible before you handle PR strategies. And that's what PR for a Day is about. You know, we're getting you ready for a publicist. We're getting you ready for a PR campaign. But, you know, no matter what level you're on, whether you're ready for PR right now or whether you're, you know, just starting out, PR for a Day has a place for you.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's really great advice. Do you think?
Thank you.
It really is. It's what people need to know. Because I think that a lot of people go into business, and particularly we're talking about like lifestyle brands and things, that they may not understand exactly what PR is and what they need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. We get a lot of people in our inbox, you know, asking for, you know, public relations services at a low cost, and that is not accurate. And that just told me that people don't understand what PR is used for or what is, you know, what is supposed to happen. So I just, you know, for the people that don't have the budget or for people that it's just not ready, that PR for a Day is for them. But if someone reaches out and, you know, they have an award show coming up or a gala of some sort, anything that does need PR, they go under IGN public relations. And just separating the two has helped me, you know, really as an entrepreneur, you know, it's 2 streams of income. And It's crazy that I'm doing exactly what I love for both. So Ronnika, you're successful at this. Okay, let's put it in a book and let's show other people how they can do that as well.
And that's such a clever idea, you know, because some people try to serve everyone and then they end up not really achieving anything. And you saw
exactly.
Yeah, and you said, you know, let me find a way to meet this other need as well. So that was a very good choice. That a lot of people, I don't think they really understand how to do that.
Exactly. And, you know, you don't necessarily want to turn away, you know, you don't want to necessarily turn away a lot of business when you are an entrepreneur. The goal is for you to create, you know, different avenues of revenue, and not just for you, but for your staff and for other people. So PR for a Day is, you know, I'm not going to always be a senior publicist of IGN PR. You know, eventually I am going to just want to teach full time and, you know, move forward in my career once I get older. PR for a Day is the foundation is being set right now. So within 20 to 30 years, you know, when I retire from IGN PR, if that happens, I can move just and do PR for a Day as a consultant. And, you know, as a, you know, someone that's seasoned in the industry. So me as well, you know, I'm helping myself, building this program, not just everyone that wants to be a part of it.
So your expectation sounds like is really to turn this into something, as you go, like down the road that you said you're going to now lend your talents and expertise to consulting. Absolutely.
Later on, that is like, you know, in a few years, I always said that I got to teach at least 10 years. So, I'm a strategist. So I'm hoping like, you know, around 45 or 50, you know, when I say, okay, I'm tired of traveling. Let me just find a classroom and let me give back for a few years. You know, that's what I would do. I would teach, and PR for a Day will be that foundation for me to do so. But, you know, I'm 27 and my friends, they look at me like, Ronnika, really, you honestly have your career planned out? I'm like, yeah. I mean, my world is so crazy that I have to at least have something that's in control and even though, God holds my future, it may not happen the way I have it written out. But at the same time, it's still good to have some type of idea. You never know. An investor can be listening to this interview right now, or an investor can get my business card and they'll ask me, okay, where do you see yourself in 20 years? And I tell them that and they say, oh my God, that's amazing that you know exactly where you want to be. Here's $10,000. I mean, so that's what I'm telling you guys. Even though things may change in the future, it's still okay for you to have an understanding of where you want to go. If you don't know where you want to go, you're basically driving, down the road with no destination.
And, I totally agree. I don't think it's too early for you to have a vision because, time goes by quickly. Years go by, life goes by, and one day you were this point and the next point you're like, how'd I get here? So to have a vision for where you're heading, I don't think it's ever too early for you to say, this is where I see myself and this is where I'm heading to, this is where I'm going, this is where I'm going to use everything I've got. So I think it's a fantastic idea that you're doing that because a lot of people, they can barely make it from day to day because they don't even know where they are and where they're going.
Yep, exactly.
They don't know, and so many business owners, so many people start businesses without even having that vision. And it's unfortunate because then they end up undercutting themselves because they don't really know where they're heading. So they jump all over the place and follow every trend, but they don't have a plan or an idea of where are you going? They can't really tell you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly. And I think that is, as entrepreneurs, we are everywhere. We are the dreamers of all dreams. Like we don't sleep. We stay up all night. We write out plans and et cetera, et cetera. But then we don't understand that, hey, you have to organize that plan. You can have the biggest dream and you can have the greatest vision, but if it's not, organized in some way, people have become an overnight success. It happens, but it doesn't happen every day. So, you may not be that overnight success person. So let's go to the drawing board. Let's create a plan and then let's implement it.
That's so true and perfectly said too, I think. So I'm sure the listeners are taking this in because PR, as you mentioned before, is something where people may think, oh, I want this, but I don't have the budget or they don't really know what's involved or what they really want to gain from it. And, it sounds like you're really giving them what they need, from a teaching perspective and also being, a PR expert. So, you've got your bases covered, I think. So I'm glad you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No, but you see how it is out here and you hear people and that they don't really get it and they think it's this, they think it's that, they think it's just picking a color for their website. They don't know what.
Yeah, it's so much more. Why are you picking that color? What is your industry standard? How can you go above that standard? You have to understand all of those things, and that's how you stick out. Because everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Everyone wants to be this. Everyone wants to be that. So what do you need to do to stick out a bit more?
Wonderful advice. Especially listeners out there, please take all this in. So we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be right back. Hi, this is Deborah. Not only am I host of Women Entrepreneurs Radio, but I'm also a writer and coach. I've learned that making professional changes calls for a change in mindset, and that's not always easy to do. In my book, Think Like an Entrepreneur, Transforming Your Career and Taking Charge of Your Life, you'll learn the 5 steps to thinking like an entrepreneur so that you can move from idea to action. You'll also get information on how to manage fear of failure and how to banish self-doubt. And you'll receive lots of motivation to pick you up and point you in the right direction when you're facing the emotional and mental challenges that come with making life changes. In fact, one reviewer said, the book gave me ideas to match with my own feelings. This book is clear, straightforward. All tips are really good and easy to apply. I couldn't agree more. So get your copy today of Think Like an Entrepreneur, Transforming Your Career and Taking Charge of Your Life. It's available in print, ebook, and audiobook on Amazon.com. Hi, everyone. Well, we're back with Ronnika Ann. So, you tell us about how you see things going forward and your plans, but right now, what's your next step? Let's say the next.
Right now, my next step is for me, Ronnika Ann, to, get on the road and do more speaking engagements based off the book. For part 2, I'm heading to Charlotte. I have a few seminars in Atlanta. We have an engagement in New York, in Chicago that are both pending. So that is the goal right now for Ronnika. For IGN PR, we are going so strong right now. We have the best year ever. I just want to continue that stride, see where we're going to be taking a presence in multiple markets. So that is how PR for a Day and IGN will merge eventually, where, okay, I see that Miami did good. Okay, let me produce a campaign in Miami on behalf of IGN, with a client, So eventually that is how they will help each other out. So IGN PR, my focus is to get bigger clientele, higher clientele, to get on a more national, global level. For IGN, PR for a Day, continue with the stride that we're on. I love the growth. I honestly really do. The development of it, how it started off with just training and teaching people about PR. And now I went to training and helping people on a lifestyle basis. One virtual class was just strictly on you as a person. And someone said, "Are you becoming a life coach?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I think I am." And so, but then it went from business development. But then I honestly realized for an entrepreneur to fully grow, they have to first handle their business. They have to handle their personal life. And then, everything else will move forward, because sometimes things on the outside look good, but the inside doesn't. And eventually the inside will affect the outside. So it all works. So I'm honestly enjoying the journey of PR for a Day. I'm enjoying the different avenues it is, expressing and different things like that. So for my 3 brands, Ronnika Ann, IGN PR, PR for a Day, what's next is growth and opportunity and just the love of meeting new people and the development of it all.
That sounds fantastic. And you made, another wonderful point about how people have to get themselves together in order to really be good as entrepreneurs, because you were saying about, someone saying it sounds like life coaching, but it really is, because you're putting yourself in. Yeah. And you're gonna hit all those issues. If you have issues around money, if you have issues around self-esteem, what you think you can accomplish, all that's going to come up when you start your business. So
absolutely,
all of that, without a doubt, because you can't have a vision like your vision is if you're thinking small or you're afraid to step out. You can't do both at the same time. So you really have to clear out all that stuff. So that's an excellent point. And again, so much here for listeners to take away and learn from and understand, which is why I do this show, because we really help to be reinforced when we hear what people are doing, and we can take that in and we can be better as well. So I'm really grateful for you to share all this knowledge with us. So we're just about the end of the show. We've covered so much, Ronnika. So I don't know if there's anything we didn't say or any final thoughts you want to leave us with, but, please feel free to share them right now.
If there's anyone out there that, is at a certain level with their brand, with their business, whether you are an entrepreneur, small business, lifestyle brand, or even in entertainment, whether you're an actress or anything like that, IGN PR is open for clients. You can visit the website at www.ignpr.com, and all of our most of our past campaigns are there. We've handled campaigns in LA, in Atlanta, in Charlotte. We have a lot of past campaigns that are there, and so we are available for clients. I don't want people to think, oh, PR for a Day is only for upcoming. Where do I go if I'm established? So definitely go to www.ignpr.com. You can download our portfolio. You can shoot me an email. We're very personable. Me and my assistant, we respond literally within the first couple of hours, or if not the next minute. So we're very personable. So you will have our direct email and our direct contact information. So yeah, that is what I want to leave with. And make sure you guys, believe in yourself first. It is good to have a great circle around you, but you want to have a close knit circle. Everyone around you is not for your good. So make sure you understand what circle, of the person around you belong in. Are they for your personal life? Are they for your business life? Part of my business circle. So I think that's very important for entrepreneurs. You have to understand who's around you, because that negativity that they may have can, be rubbed off on you, and you don't want that. So make sure you have strong and confident and positive people around you as you continue to strive to grow your business every single day, especially you authors out there that need that creative spirit around you, that positivity to be able to push that, the content out of you. Please be cautious of what you surround yourself with every single day. And I can leave you guys with that.
Well, that's perfect. Thank you.
I talk about that in my book for part 2, your different types of circles. So.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Giving us a little teaser there for what's coming up. Thank you so much. You've given us so much wisdom in a very short time, and I really appreciate you being a guest and sharing your vision and your businesses, and it's just been a fantastic conversation. Thank you so much, Ronnika.
No problem, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Okay, everyone, I know you enjoyed this show. Please be sure to share it on social media, share it with your friends, listen again and again if you want to, and visit Ronika's websites and her social media, and see if you can participate in a seminar or hire her. If that's what you're looking for, a great PR person, please make sure you do, because this is so important, especially with all the social media and all the different ways that you can reach people, and so many people out here doing their businesses. You really got to find that way to stand out and get your business going. So please make sure you take advantage of all of that. Okay? So once again, it's been Women Entrepreneurs Radio with your host, Deborah Bailey. So glad you could join me, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.